All right, so this is 10C. We're going to be talking about rate of change, which you've done quite a bit. So this should be pretty easy. So you're going to see problems like this. For example, who read the fastest and determine what the rate is. So you're doing two things. First, you're answering the question of who read the fastest, and then you're going to also determine what the rate is. So realistically, you need to sit there and go through each one. Yes, kind of tedious, but that's all right. And figure out who was reading the fastest. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the pages per day. So just in case you can't see this, let me zoom in a little bit. So this is a formula you're using. Pages per day, which is number of pages divided by number of days. So in this case, we have 183 pages divided by 12 days, which is 15.25 pages. 205 divided by 9, 22.78. 300 divided by 20, 15. And 157 divided by 6 is 26.17. So in this case, this is our highest number right here. This is the person who did the reading. So it would be Julie, who read 26.17 pages per day. Pretty simple. Same type of problem. Who ran the fastest and determine the rate. So all you're going to be doing is, again, let's look at this a little bit closer. It's our answer is going to be in meters per second, which is the number of meters divided by the number of seconds. So we've got 16 divided by 2, 8. 24.5 divided by 4 is 6.125. 34 divided by 8 is 4.25. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. So all you're doing is you're dividing each of these numbers to get this. All right? Fairly simple, fairly straightforward. And then just say, okay, which one of these is the highest? In this case, Harry over here is the highest with 8 meters per second. So it would be Harry, 8 meters per second. That's your answer. All right, so another type is you're going to be given a graph sometime, and it says find the average rate of change for, and this should look familiar because this is the domain, all right, which is kind of like what you had to find last unit. So we need when t, or the domain, is between 1.5 and 2.5. So remember, domain is x, and this is the x-axis. So between 2.5, or 1.5, which is right here, and 2.5, which is right here. So we take and we go up on these. So 1 point is at 1.52, which is this right here, 1.52. And your other one is at 2.54. So all you have to do is, remember y is on top, so we're using this formula, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, because all it's asking you to do is find the average rate of change. So y is first, 2 minus 4, or 4 minus 2 if you want, you'll get the same answer. And then 1.5 minus 2.5. See, you have to follow the order again. If you start with this 2, or with this 4 for your y, you have to start with the x, the 2.5. In this case, we started with 2 as our y. So we did 2 minus 4. So we have to go with the other part of that, 1.5 minus 2.5. Okay, what's going to happen is you're going to get negative 2 over negative 1. The negatives are going to cancel out to give you 2 kilometers per hour. All right. Another one, find the average rate of change when t is between 25 and 30. So here's 25, here's 30. If you follow this up, your first point is at 25.50. Your second point is at 30.20. Now, the good thing about a graph is when you look at this, between these 2 points, it's got a downward slope. So you know that your answer should be negative because it has a negative slope. So if you do 50 minus 20, 25 minus 30, you would get 30 on top and negative 5 on the bottom, which reduces to negative 6. So you'll notice that negative number reflects the negative slope. So use the graph as an aid here. All right, so now we're going to be talking about rate of increase, okay? And the formula for this is you take your initial amount minus your final amount divided by the total time. So for example, if it snows 3 inches on Monday and it increases to 6 inches by Friday, what is the rate of increase? So we take our initial amount, which was 3, minus our final inches, which is 6, over the total days. Okay, so Monday is day 2. Friday is day 6. So 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 2 minus 6 is negative 4, which reduces to positive 0.75 inches per day. So all of these are rate of increase, so all your answers should be positive. Okay, another example. If Apple's stock was priced at $520.04 on Monday, and it increased to $526.62 on Thursday, what is the rate of increase? So initial price, $520.04 minus $526.62. Okay, so when it was $520.04, it was Monday. Monday is day 2. So we match that up, and 526 was Thursday, which was day 5. So notice how the amounts and the day number matches up. So this was all on one day. Well, that was really bad. Sorry. So this was all on one day. This was all on one day. Okay? And you just do the math, and you get 219 per day. So don't forget to, once you do the math here, don't forget to actually divide the numbers as well. And that's it. Sorry this went up so late, but it's pretty easy stuff, so you should get the hang of it quickly. All right, have a good one.